Okay, Google. New .zip and .mov domain extensions. Google released 8 new internet domain extensions. Most have been uncontroversial, but 2 are being criticized for their similarity to existing file extensions. .zip and .mov, in case you were wondering which ones they were. The concern is that users, especially less technically savvy users, may be maliciously tricked into clicking on a web link they think is a file and vice versa.
I think even fairly technically savvy people are going to get owned by this because, like, unless you read the whole domain, it's not necessarily all that obvious.
I think Google's justification for this TLD is phenomenally stupid.
What is it?
I'm trying to find it.
Because like this is going to be a problem, 100%.
.mov. I'm having a hard time finding it. It's not in our links here. Man, how are you even gonna look at this? How are you even gonna search for anything? Google.mov justification. What even is any of this? This is nothing. This is ridiculous. Yeah, if anyone has a link that talked about it, it was something to do with .mov was supposed to be for like the moving pictures or movement and dynamism or something like that. It was it was just stupid. And I just couldn't.
I'm trying to find the example because it's not just. There it is. Boom. Okay. My laptop.
Do it.
Here we go. This is the issue. So you see github.com, right? So most people, most current internet users are going to read this and be like, okay, this is the website that I'm going to. It's github.com. And then these are the pages that it's jumping through, right? So the .zip at the end here, traditionally, would just be a file. Right? So theoretically, you jumped through these various pages and then you clicked on a file and you could share this link to someone. And if they clicked on the link, it would just download it. It wouldn't actually direct them to the page, right? That's how things have worked for a long time. The problem is now, because of this @ character, as far as my understanding goes, and someone might correct me on this, but because of that little, I've highlighted it here.
Yeah.
Because of that little character, that means what you're actually going to is just this.
Oh.
So you're going to 1.zip.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
Big O. So like, I haven't seen things like this personally, but like that's rough.
Now.
So like everyone's gonna have to like sniff their freaking URLs for this little @ symbol. And like this is why I'm saying like the whole technically savvy thing doesn't even really fully apply, because I don't know pretty much anyone that looks for that right now. So unless you'd have to be technically savvy and also paying attention to the news, which doesn't necessarily coincide with each other.
Now, do you want to hear why they did it according to Ars Technica?
Sure.
Google marketers say the aim is to designate tying things together or moving really fast and moving pictures and whatever moves you, respectively, for .zip and .mov.
It's frustrating because
that is f***ing stupid.
I go after Google on this show for just not doing things. But then the second that they do something, I'm always just like, how did no one look at this? Like, it's either they move like, no one saw this and we did it, or they never do anything. Like, there has to be an in-between. How did no one see this as a problem? You can't just release .zip domains. Like, God, I know. This is so frustrating because, like, I can absolutely see someone at this company getting tricked by this.
You know what?
And then, like, it would be really hard to...
The dumbest part is that they know, obviously, about the association. Why would anyone, other than a highly technical person,
tying things
think
together,
.zip has anything to do with togethering anything?
Yeah.
And .mov, really? Moving pictures? Is this just an FU to Apple? Like, what was the point of this? Really? Okay. Well, I don't really have anything else to say about that. Really? Okay.
Yeah, and like I need to read on this more, and I'm sure there's some like weird nuances and stuff, but people are going to get owned. This is going to be a problem. This is going to be a cybersecurity problem. A bunch of different IT teams around the world are going to have to educate their users on checking for @ because like it means there's something
Like,
about
some URLs are so long, it's not even practical, especially with the way that browsers abstract
yeah.
the URL these days. Like it's
and trackers and all this other type of stuff. Like, and you're gonna have to hunt for this little @ because
yeah, and you'll have to hunt for it in like a mouse over, like pop up, hyperlink, freaking what are they called? Tooltip. You have to hunt for it in like a tooltip or something because the text doesn't necessarily match the hyperlink. Remember the old days of the web?
block that domain. Yeah, honestly, I bet you a massive amount of companies are just going to block these domains anyways, which means they're going to be stupid and useless. Sorry,
Oh, yeah,
old
we
days
should
of the
just
web.
do that.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Yeah, I was going to say
That's
the
a
old
good
days of
idea.
the web before you actually had
Dan,
hyperlinks.
schedule me a message.
What you need?
We need to block .zip and .mov from ever being accessed.
Like it was
All right.
maybe it was possible. I don't know. I was a kid, but pretty much any link was the actual like full URL.
yeah.
You didn't just have hyperlinks
Yeah.
that you would click on all like some other text or whatever.
Yeah.
Like so this I guess this would have been fine maybe then when it was normal for browsers to display full URLs and for the text to contain a full URL.
Even then, honestly, training everyone to look for those @ is weird because like and as far as I know that's
Yeah.
already been a thing because it means what's before the @ is your username. But I do think that if people saw .zip at the end of it and they weren't expecting to be downloading a file, that would be something that they would sniff out easier. And because the .zip is at the very end, you look at like the beginning and you look at the end and you kind of know what's going on. Now being able to just slap this @ somewhere in the chain
Yeah.
and
That's
then it's
rough.
like, oh man, yeah, I hate it.